Spring is in the air at Littleton Coin Company, and we want to help you brighten your collection. Visit us at littletoncoin.com all month long to enjoy 15% off your purchase. With a wide selection of coins, paper money, supplies, and more, Littleton Coin Company has something for every collector's taste. Use promo code SPRING at littletoncoin.com for 15% off your purchase all month long. Restrictions apply. Littleton Coin Company. Serving collectors since 1945.
O'Reilly.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hashtag no music, no intro. Saints Block Party podcast brought to you by BetterHelp. I'm gonna do a very unprofessional thing. I could have just done it before, but might as well just do it now. You gotta keep these soup coolers moisturized. You trying?
Need some myself, man.
What a last couple of days it's been.
Whew.
With these New Orleans Saints.
We
are witnessing the complete eroding of the New Orleans Saints as a team right in front of our eyes. And the makings of it has been there for quite a while. But just want to give a quick kind of things on the top. Spotify Wrapped, in year came out today. We just want to just give the love to everyone for the support, for listening to us, for helping us grow this year to reach levels. I could say that it was not on the forefront of our mind of us reaching as a podcast. So thank y'all. Whether you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple, whatever it is, we appreciate y'all. YouTube, we are over 900 subscribers on YouTube, finally, almost to that 1,000 mark. If you are watching or listening to this on YouTube, like and subscribe, please. Like and subscribe. Lions game, the next home game for the Saints. We are raffling off the ticket. All you have to do is retweet, quote tweet. If you have Instagram, you put it on your story, whatever it is, and just send us proof that you did that. DM me, DM Ryan. You can be at the drumming, bro. Like you could be at watching it, just in full 4K.
Just sitting back in the corner, like,
Ooh, Dan Campbell, more. We only have one person. We only have one person that's into the raffle so far, so there's plenty of opportunity. And this is like the last big game of the season. Truly, it truly is.
If you're a Saints fan, like just to be in that atmosphere is gonna be fun. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't gonna be fun what happens, but But it's always lit. You know what I'm saying? The dome always lit. You know what I'm saying?
On the flip side, if things do go bad for the Saints when they play the Lions, this is your opportunity to let your voice be heard. This is an opportunity.
Exactly.
You can go on Superdome. Maybe someone runs on the field with a hashtag Fire Dance Allen shirt, a Saints Block Party podcast shirt. Who knows? I'm just saying the opportunities are there. It's a free ticket we're raffling off. You just have to do those things. I don't even know where to start with this team.
Ooh. I didn't have time. I didn't have time. Wifey on vacation. I'm home alone. Boy, I had nothing but time to just watch, and look.
How they looking?
You said the word you say eroding.
Yep.
We're also seeing the erosion of trust. That, some of the remnants that were still left, because some of us been jumped off, but you still had some people kind of holding on, some of the media, some fans. And now you're finally starting to see even their trust in the whole operation, and DA, and Derek Carr, and Mickey Loomis, and Kale. You're starting to see that erosion of trust in the organization as a whole.
Woo!
And that's a dark place as a franchise. You start getting there. That's a dark place, bro.
And we've talked about this, and I've said it, you've said it. DA, Dennis James Allen, hashtag fire Dennis Allen, is not going to say anything publicly to ridicule Derek Carr, because he knows that his ship is tied to Derek Carr. He's the one when let me shut up. Can't give it all on the podcast. It was his decision to bring Derek Carr in. So if he admits fault in any way of Derek Carr being ungood, then that means that he was wrong. So he's doing everything in his power to be able to preserve his job. I said on the last couple of podcast episodes ago, this is not like, yes, does Dennis Allen want to win? Like, I'm sure he does, but like at this point, it seems like he's more worried about what he can do to save his job. Job security.
Exactly.
That's it. Job security. Exactly. And this man, per NOF, had the nerve to like say, "Oh, we're not in the blame game business, and we don't single out a player." Nigga, a month ago, Chris Olave was thrown under the bus by the head coach. So you're gonna say a month ago you're gonna say this about Chris Olave, but then when Derek Carr's brought up, it's like you're gonna play mum's the word, bro. We see, if we as just fans see what's going on, how the fuck do you think players in the locker room see this shit going down, and how you think it makes them feel?
Exactly. Man, Mike Lombardi and Femi Abebefe.
Oh, damn.
They talk about, whip that up.
Cute that name.
You heard me? Listen, but they were on the podcast talking about it, early this week or whatever, and they talked about Derek Carr. They talked about, the topic was how players, if you're a quarterback, the players have to like you. They have to want to follow you. They have to believe in you. And they were talking about Derek Carr, like, it's starting to be obvious to everyone that he is not one of those type of quarterbacks that people like. And Femi brought up that whole Chris Olave situation, because Chris Olave getting asked about it after the game, and he just was like, you could look at his face, and he was like,
"Come on, bro.
Yeah, it's on me. It's my fault. Yeah, I take it." Like, you could tell that, just like, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Right.
It burned him up. But
burn him up.
We've been, and I think they even said, and I haven't listened to it, but they said, like, you could tell, like, the receivers are not fans of Derek. Bro, this is shit we've been saying on this podcast about like 2 months ago. Like, but I'm glad that finally it's getting spoke about more than just our podcast. I'm not trying to say that we don't do our thing, but it's coming from bigger places than just us. Because when the outside narrative starts talking about it and the bigger narrative starts talking about it, that's, for whatever reason, the Saints are like, "Oh no, they're talking about us from the big media, from big NFL media." That's when they start shaking in their boots. You got Michael Thomas putting the quote tweets, or the subliminal tweets about
subliminals. He like Jay-Z, bro. That boy would dropping subliminals. And people are like, "Oh, you're just reading anything." Like, man, come on, man.
No, brother. This is bad, right? I like, and the thing that worries me, and something I've been thinking about for a while, is there's the operations ran by Gail and Mickey, and if they don't see their faults, and if they are either complicit with Dennis Allen in all of this, or just not willing to admit that they were wrong, the eroding of a whole bunch of things will continue for the team. And I'm talking long term. I'm not talking just this season. Right. This is a dire problem for the New Orleans Saints. Let's go back to the whole thing about trust. We just talked about DA not saying saying not a bad word about Derek Carr, but threw Chris Olave in the bus. Still, one of the most underrated, not talked about storylines of the entire NFL is Trevor Penning being benched and how he got benched. Your head coach did not have the balls, the respect to talk to a second-year player and give him a reason and give him an understanding, a breakdown of, hey, this is why maybe we're sitting you down, blah, blah, blah. He didn't. He left it to the media to do that job for him. So, like, Dennis Allen has shown his colors for a very long, not just this season, we were on it last season, but for a very long time now. But now it feels like those colors of who he is like amplified. It's like it's under the microscope right now.
It's starting to be obvious.
What is it going to take? That for me, we'll talk about the Lions game and get all into that. What is it going to take?
I don't know, bro. I mean, you listen to Mickey Loomis last night on WWL. We got the 12th ranked offense. You heard me?
Oh, okay.
12th ranked offense. Everything all fine and dandy. He believes in everybody. All the guys in the building. He has the right people in the building to make things work for the team. So I mean, everything fine. Like, I don't know.
You know what?
I don't know. We tripping. We the ones tripping.
The Mickey got to go too. I'm saying,
right?
Like, for real, bro. Like,
that's where I'm at. And I've been holding off on that, but that's where I'm at now. You know.
And I don't. Sometimes maybe that's like Mickey putting on like the facade, and he had to say that.
Of course.
Maybe it was, but if he truly believed a good bit of what he's saying, then he needs to fucking go too. Like, legitimately.
That's the thing. Because I mean, he could be bullshitting. But here's the thing I didn't like. It wasn't so much that, he was, he wasn't like, people were like, oh, what you expect him to throw DA under the bus? No, I know that. Like, I'm not stupid. I know how this works. But he's trying to feed us bullshit. And
overcompensating.
We're not stupid. Like, Saints, we're not stupid. We
not dumb, bro.
Can't fool what we see. Like, we know we know this is not the 12th best offense in the league. We know that.
And like, it's obvious, bro. Like bro, we didn't score a single touchdown against a division rival in a must-win division game. But our offense is okay.
They're 12th in yards per game. Okay? Like, the most milquetoast statistic you could pull out of football. You know what I'm saying? Like, it means nothing, bro. Nothing. So you're trying to feed us bullshit, man. Like, don't try to bullshit us. Go on there and say, look, I'm as frustrated as Saints fans. So I'm frustrated. Look, we invested a lot into this team. We expected more. Still a lot of games left. I really feel like we have the people to turn this thing around and go forward. But it's on them to fix it. And it's critical that we win this year. Blah 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 blah. So many things he could say it without having to throw anybody under the bus. But the fact that he's trying to shovel this, glass half full narrative, and today you could tell it was very coordinated. Everybody told it that line. DA, Derek Carr, they told it this glass half full. Things are going in the right direction. Storyline or narrative that they're trying to push, and it's just like, what are y'all doing? Like, who are you trying to sell us? You sell us with good football play. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how you sell it. Because then we show up. You know what I'm saying? But don't try to sell us over press conferences and all that, because that is meaningless. It's meaningless words. As Derek Carr said today, when Nick Underhill was peppering him with questions, he said, I'm going to say a lot of words that won't mean anything. That's exactly what he said. He said, I'm just going to say a lot of words, but they won't mean anything. It's like, bro, I mean, I'm so glad Derek Carr, because Derek Carr starting to show his true colors too. I'm so happy people really starting to see dude is a fraud, a con artist. Like, he's like, they got that video out of him out there preaching, and you can tell he's just one of them fake preachers, bro.
Oh, you mean? Oh, was this like before he started with the Saints, like earlier?
Oh yeah, it's from like.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He's one of them fake preachers, dog. Like, I don't buy his bullshit at all, bro.
Those fake preachers get paid though.
Exactly, and that's exactly what the cloth he cut from, bro. That's the cloth he cut from.
Hey, little kitty cat. We could take this in other ways. How you drafted a running back in the third round who's played minimum games this season. You have to edge rusher in the second round, and you desperately need pass rush help. You usually been a non-factor, inactive, or only on special teams this season. But like another thing, like this is like these are the little things to me that shows the entire incompetence of how the Saints are currently run right now.
Waiting on you to go there.
Remember when this happened last year in London, and Latavius Murray got signed and he was on the practice squad, and we're like, okay, Latavius, and then he came in and he looked much better than like Mark Ingram or whatever it was, and he had like a nice little stretch of games where like he was fine, like he was better than what the Saints had. And he was at least at that point looking like he does be deserving to be on the team, right, or on the main roster and not the practice squad. He gets picked up by Broncos. Remember this correctly. Gets picked up by the Broncos. And like you and I was just like, that is bad team management. That was
dumb shit. That was
bad team management. And there was pushback, and there were people who were saying, "Oh, it wasn't. It was just a Latavius Murray.
I'm making a big deal out of nothing."
Remember when we talked about how the participation when DA got hired was like really low and it seemed very lackadaisical, and we were just making a big deal out of nothing? And so that was last season. Okay, you signed Jason Pierre-Paul to your practice squad because you need pass rush help and blah 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 blah. And one game after that, a team signed him to their regular season roster. So he is no longer on the team. I want to preface this. I'm not saying JPP was going to come in and be like a force. And my point is, Dennis Allen does not know how to run an NFL team.
Thank you.
Period. That's it.
You can't look at that situation and go ahead.
So no, you can't, because let me go even further than that. Marshawn Lattimore gets hurt. Michael Thomas gets hurt. There's a gap of time before they get added and put on IR. If they would have been added and put on IR sooner, instead of signing JPP to the practice squad, you could have signed him to the regular season roster, because you are losing players because they're on IR. Bro, this is like this is simple Madden concept. This is fantasy football concepts, bro. You have this man does not know how to run an NFL team, and the proof has been there.
It's right there. It's right there. That was the dumbest shit I ever seen. Losing. I didn't even really talk about the JPP situation because it was just so stupid, and I was just like, whatever. And it has nothing to do with like if he's and look, he played 16 snaps, had 2 tackles. You know, he was what you expect. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously they wanted him to be a part of the team. And Cam Jordan gets hurt in this game. He's on the injury report this week. Didn't practice. So now you really could use a JPP. And they had the roster spots, Adam. They brought up what's his name? Phillips or whatever. Off the practice squad, like they moving players around and stuff like that.
Oh, Kyle Phillips, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, Kyle Phillips. Yeah. Why not just add JPP to the roster if you need him? I'm not saying JPP is going to be the key to the future. It's going to change the game, nothing like that. But obviously, as a player that you saw that could add value to your team right now, and that could play and fill in for injured players, and you lost them. You showcased them for the league. The league saw, they put up, oh, hey, look, man, dude just played. He looks in shape. Had, tackled the run game. We need us a DE. Bring him on in. So you doing work for other teams. Y'all scouting for other teams.
Da got his girl in like a just a really short skirt and just take her to a fucking bar, just walk around the bar, like just like ooh, that's
twirling her around. Like, y'all want this? Idiotic.
Hell, bro.
Hell, bro.
The wins losses, it's beyond the wins losses. Like that's part of it, but. Again, it's like I said with the Trevor Penning situation, how you get to the end result is such like this team is being run by a fucking idiot. Can I say that? I feel it's being run by an idiot, right? Like how is there no checks and balances in the front office where if that's what he was thinking, then someone goes, hey, whoa, hey, coach, how about we do it this way instead? Now I don't know. Again, but what did DA do this season? He got everyone he wanted on his coaching staff, who are likely all yes men. So there's no one there in the front office to challenge his authority. We've seen what happened to players who challenge his authority. What happened when CD Deuce challenged DA's authority? See ya.
Bye-bye.
Curtis Johnson, who didn't challenge his authority, but would have been a strong voice.
Goodbye.
Dan Roshire, who's in Tulane, Zach Strief.
The secondary coach from last year,
Chris Richard, who just cooked up the Saints defensively for the Falcons.
Ryan Nielsen.
So this is where it is. This is where it is.
And we were talking about, like you said, the lax training camps last year. I talked about how this year he still wasn't using a lot of time for training camp. You could say that matters. You could say it don't. I don't know. Like Andy Reid uses the full a lot of time. I don't know. Like he doesn't use the full a lot.
He has 2 Super Bowls?
Yeah. And Brooke from NOF, I saw she said this last week. She was like, they go through practice during the week, coming off a bye week, and she noticed practice was just lax. Like they're going in to play the Falcons, and practice just lax. And she's like, we only there for 20 minutes, so it could be there, but she's just noticing the same players drinking, walking around, their helmets off, looking like a walkthrough. You coming off a bye week, ready to get your season in order to lead the division and lock in the playoff, it should be intense at practice. Y'all should be working.
Nigga, I better hear some pads popping, bro.
Pads popping or something. No, I hear none of that. Never hear about Derek Carr working with his receivers after practice.
Oh, but you know who?
Maybe he does. I never hear it. I'm just saying I don't hear it. Maybe he does.
I know. Jameis was okay. Let me.
Jameis working out with A.T. Perry. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Just say it.
A.T. Perry ain't had no problems running routes with Jameis. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. It's just everything we suspected is just so. It's just like it's coming. Like you're starting to be so self-evident, bro. Which is just funny to me.
I made 2 bets for the season. One with our dude Max Darth Saint. He said that the Saints were going to. I forgot what the numbers were. I want to say he said like 9+ games, and I said 7 to 8. So we had a bet that he had won previously. I think it was a draft bet, and then we doubled our bet. So maybe right now the Saints sit at 5 and 6. We'll see. Made a bet with our
4 more games.
Yeah, made a bet with our dude Ty Harley. And I told him, I said, Sean Payton's going to win more games this season than DA. Sean Payton's 1-6, DA's 1-5. So that tells you before the season, even with Derek, and I think I made the bet with Max pre-Derek Carr signing, but I made the bet with Ty post-Derek Carr signing. Even with all that pre and post, I was still hesitant about this team. And Derek Carr's been a complete disaster, and that's been a huge factor into things. But even not considering him being this bad, I was still hesitant in this team 100% because of who the head coach was. Period. Period. This episode of the Saints Block Party podcast is brought to you by BetterHelp. Wolf, the holidays are coming up, usually a joyous occasion for most. Sometimes that's not the case for everyone. I can speak from personal experience. I lost my mom 2 years, lost her the day after Thanksgiving, and the holidays can be a triggering experience and something that just gets people down when the holidays come around.
Yeah, there are lots of resources out there for people. One that I know of is BetterHelp.com. They match you with licensed therapists. It's completely, entirely online, convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule.
From personal experience, therapy can be helpful in so many ways. Having someone to talk to, and BetterHelp.com, you can do it all online and be linked to a therapist. Super convenient. This holiday season, find your bright spot with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/whodat today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/whodat to get 10% off your first month.
Denim is in demand at Plato's Closet in West Ashley and North Charleston. Get cash on the spot for everything denim. Bring in your trendy and classic styles of gently used name brand denim. Get paid for your denim shorts, skirts, jackets, jeans, and more. We're looking for denim that is blue, black, or a bold color. And jeans in styles like mom jeans, bootcut, baggy, flared, and ripped. We want everything denim. Sell your denim for cash at Plato's Closet today. Plato's Closet, located in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and North Charleston on Rivers Avenue.
Bruh, let me run this by you. And I don't even know if it's going to happen or not. I think the only way that Dennis Allen gets fired, potentially, I'm going to say that potentially, is potentially if they drop these next 3 games. Lions, Giants, Panthers. And it's a 3-game homestand, right? DA, there's no way in hell that DA should be able to keep his job if you lose to the Panthers, who's a division rival with 3 different head coaches in 2 seasons, bro. He would have lost to. So last year he lost to Matt Rule, then he lost to the interim head coach Steve Wilkes of the Panthers, and then I don't know who the interim coach who took over after Frank Wright got fired for the Panthers. But when they play in 2 weeks, you lost to 2 interim head coaches, bro, potentially, and you get to keep your job. Nah.
Be honest, Gail need to be walking over there and hollering at Jim Caldwell because he's like the offensive special assistant or some weird shit they got going on. You know what I'm saying, Jim? I know people. Not everybody loves Jim Caldwell. I know. I get it. Man, listen.
People came at me when I made that tweet, and I'm like, bro, we have a toddler running an NFL team. The
got
Saints,
20 wins. Got 20 wins, Adam. 20.
Y'all want to complain about Jim Caldwell?
We was on a Discord debating if Sean Payton make the Hall of Fame with 154 wins, 158 wins, and this man sitting there with 20 wins, bro. 20.
I want to be white and terrible in my life. I want to come back. No, I don't. But I just want to be to have the experience that, bro. Can you imagine? Is there any world in the NFL where a black coach would have that few wins and could?
No, man. Like you said, we just mentioned Jim Caldwell. He has a winning record, and people are like, ugh.
He's boring.
What the hell is going on here, man? It's bad, bro. It's bad, and there's so many things bad. Because you criticize DA, and people are like, oh, what about Carr? You criticize Carr, and they're like, well, what about Pete Carmichael? Criticize Pete Carmichael. Well, look who his quarterback is. All of it's bad, bro. But man, listen, I watched all 22 of the Falcons game.
Sicko behavior, right?
Sicko, bro. I'm sick, man. I got time, but the plays are there, bro. I'm not saying Pete Carmichael should not be an OC. We know this. He doesn't want to be OC.
You don't.
We know this. We know this. But the plays are there. There's a play there, at the 23 in Falcons territory. Alvin Kamara run a beautiful out and up, cooks Kid Ellis, cooks him. Derek Carr throws like a wannabe back shoulder pass. It's a mess. Winds up hitting Caden Ellis in the back. It's terrible. It's terrible. When all he had to do was just lead AK forward, it's a touchdown. It's a clear touchdown. Like the first, second play of the game, Derek Carr has a pristine pocket with Shaheed running the crosser right in front of him, and he throws it behind him. And Shaheed has to twist around and catch it and tear all the meat off his thigh. Just tore all the meat off his thigh. Just sad to contort. And now he injured. You know? And if you watch the play on all 22, it's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. Beautiful because everything is spaced out. You know, they clear everybody, all the defenders out. If he just hits Rashid a little bit in front of him, maybe breaks for a touchdown, maybe not, but it's a huge game. And it's, you know, it's like the plays are there, man. So miss me with the Pete Carmichael stuff. Like he deserves it. And especially first half of the season, he was terrible. But he's improved a lot. And their plays are there, man. But Derek Carr is not good. He's not a good quarterback. He's not good at the little things you have to be, like accuracy. I'm not talking about Drew Brees accuracy, just like any average accuracy. You know what I'm saying? He's not accurate. Terrible mechanics. He's not smart. He's not a heady quarterback like people think he is.
Bad pocket presence.
He's awful in the red zone, been awful. Mike Triplett was cooking him at the damn presser, bro. I say, how does it feel to be 36 of 36 of starting quarterbacks the last 2 years in red zone, you know, completion percentage or whatever? Like, man, it's just cooking them for red zone touchdown.
Mike Triplett was like the Chick-fil-A he owned, bro. Just like the nuggets, just frying them, bro. Just top to the bottom.
36 of 36 quarterbacks. They only got 32 quarterbacks. I mean, they got backups better than what Derek Carr was, bro.
Can I say this one thing though? And I guess the people who probably saw this and went on a tangent probably never listened to us to begin with. Can people now just maybe believe the shit I said about the whole Derek Carr didn't want Taysom Hill coming on? Like, come, like what?
You could see that he tight. You could see that he tight. Because another reason why DA won't criticize, because he know Derek Carr's a sensitive bitch. You know, he's sensitive, man. Like, you can't be built like that the way his family comes and just blocks people and, you know, just, you know, comes and people mention he got bot farms out there that's coming after people. He is sensitive, man. He's been sensitive. Everybody knows. They know him back in the Raiders days. He's always been that way. He's sensitive, man. And that's not saying DA need to throw him under the bus. But, man, like, if you get...
Hold him, but you got to... But if you're
hold him accountable.
Coach, you got to hold him accountable. And if you're not holding him accountable, absolutely. Absolutely. We don't went fucking 30 minutes, haven't touched one thing out this goddamn Lions game.
Ain't mention the Lions, bro. Because we're so behind who the opponent is, bro. It doesn't matter, man.
Doesn't matter. But let's talk about this game, though. I will say this. The Saints' chance to win this game is for Jared Goff to be not good Jared Goff. Like that's their chance. Now, even if
been good 2 weeks now.
Hasn't been good. Neither was Desmond Ridder last week, and that didn't. So that's the stuff. That's the shit that holds me back. Like the defense may get a pick, they may cause Jared Goff to fumble, get good. Like we gotta see it. We got to see it. And I know one thing. We kind of talked how you talked about maybe the team was lackadaisical coming off the bye. I know Dan Campbell was probably on the Lions' fucking ass after they dropped their game to the Packers on Thanksgiving in front of all the hoes. Like all the hoes was watching. So I know I know the Lions are going to be up for this game. Dan Campbell coming back to New Orleans. You know, he's going to have Aaron Glenn. They're going to have their team up. I wanted to ask, like, how do the Saints beat the Lions, bro? And like, I don't even, like, I just feel like I don't know, bro.
We would have to see something completely different. It'll have
Something
to be
similar to the Colts game. That's such a weird outlier game.
It was such a weird outlier. Not even the Patriots, just that Colts game.
That Colts game, yeah.
There would have to be a lot of Taysom Hill, especially in the red zone. Taysom Hill would have to take care of the ball. Saints have to take the ball away from so they'll need extra possessions. And obviously, they need to score in the red zone. Like, I know, I will say this. I know they are going to work. Like, they talked about the day that they added a red zone period to Thursday. They usually only do it on Fridays. But now they added a red zone period to Thursday also. It's like, okay, week 13, you decide to do that? Okay, whatever. But I just know they are going to try so hard to score touchdowns on Sunday, bro. Like, end arounds, flea flickers, you name it, bro. They're going to try they damnedest to score in the red zone and score touchdowns, bro. So, I think I can envision them putting up some points early at least. You know what I'm saying? Putting up 14 points or something like that, maybe in the first half, to make it look competitive. And the rest is going to be hoping, Detroit doesn't play a good game, because if Detroit play their game, the Saints going to lose. Like, Detroit is rushing the passer and getting after it and stopping the run and got the run game cooking. And Jared Goff is good, Jared Goff, and he's hitting passes. The Saints are banged up. Cam Jordan injured right now. Lattimore obviously out. Chris Olave, he's on the injury. He did practice the day limited, but he's on the concussion protocol. Shaheed, it's not looking good for him. He didn't practice. Eric McCoy didn't practice.
This, like, if I'm Ben Johnson, I'm looking at this Saints team. I look at how the defense played against the Texans, how they played against the Bears in the first half, how they played against the Bucks when they played the Bucks, how they played against last week against Falcons, and I say, okay, well, I got David Montgomery and I got Jahmyr Gibbs. So even if Jared Goff is having not the great game, I have one of the better offensive lines in football. Lean on them niggas. Like, they have not shown that they could, consistently stop the run. They can't do it. So,
and on top of that, I go look at what the Vikings did with Hackensack, T.J. Hockenson, and I get Sam Laporta, who's been looking great. I'm putting him in the slot. I'm putting him on the line. I'm putting whoever they line up. I'm putting him and I'm running them across that field, and I'm cooking. I'm cooking.
And
the Saints, go ahead.
The crazy thing is, like, the defense for the Lions isn't, like, great, but they do have Aiden Hutchinson, who I'm sure is gonna, the Aiden Hutchinson Ryan Ramczyk matchup. I'm a little excited to see, but it all goes to me. It just goes. I don't like the Detroit defense. Not even a thing to me. Like, if the offensive line is giving Derek Carr 3.5 seconds, he's holding on to the ball, waiting for the play to come open. None of that really matters. Like, if they're not, I agree with you that Pete Carmichael has not been like a huge problem recently, but if there's still this inconsistency of, we see that something's working with AK, we see that something's working with Taysom Hill, and then we immediately go away from it and we put the ball back in Derek Carr's hands, then, like, that is not winning football. So I don't like, I feel I don't want to, like, shortchange our listeners and viewers and be like, oh, well, it's a Lions preview, but we've seen this team all season. Like, I don't know how much in depth we can talk about this game until we see something different.
I will say this defensively. Look, they've been burnt by moving quarterbacks all season. They ain't got to worry about that with Jared Goff. Jared Goff ain't running nowhere. If he does run like this game, that would really just that would really be sad, bro. If he has more than 20 yards rushing, like, that'll be gross. So, like, Jared Goff, he's going to be in his spot. So, if they can scheme up some kind of pass rush and get something going, like we need Big Creek, bro. Where you at? I ain't seen you in a while, bro. I need
Been quiet, bro.
Been quiet, man. I need you to show up. Nobody really else standing up. Like Brian Brzee, like I need him to show up a little more. Like I kind of understand why watching some of the tape from the Atlanta game. I do understand why he doesn't play a ton of snaps because he gets moved in the run game really easily. It's a leverage thing. It's a leverage thing for him, not a strength thing. He just plays high and he gets moved. So I do understand that, but like, man, come on, you got to get right after the passer. Get your pass rushers out there, man. Get the dudes that can affect the passer. Do we like to do this rush 3 thing? And look, a lot of teams do the rush 3 thing. It's great when you can win like that, but we're not winning like that. So
why are we still doing it?
Why are we still doing it? Like you getting Cam double team, but we'll even see if he gonna play. I don't know. I'd be shocked if he doesn't because he never missed games. But we'll see.
This is not me knowing anything. I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't play. Because to me, if you want to look at the biggest indication of where the Saints are as a team and how they feel about their head coach, and maybe it completely is just an injury thing, and I don't want to speculate. Maybe it is, but if you have a player who's always giving you everything he's had, has never missed a game in his career except for a COVID game, and now things are where they are, and now he's like, oh, man, I don't know, I can't go. Like, to me, that would be telling. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen. You see what I'm saying? Like, if Cam is like,
man,
we'll wait and see. Today's Wednesday. We'll see what happens Thursday, Friday on the injury report, but we'll see. But this game is going to be the game, like it's the game of the week for Fox, so everybody is watching this game.
They watch. And if Derek Carr come out looking like he did the past couple of weeks, I think then you're gonna start seeing the national media start beating up on him a little more.
Because I can almost assure you, at least offensively, for maybe for at least the offensive weapons on the team, they want the team to be quarterbacked by Jameis Winston right now. Like why would they want Derek Carr to continue to be there? Like, they know what that is. You have Jameis Winston come in, not saying he's a savior, not saying blah blah blah, but he gave his weapons opportunities to make plays, and they did.
Exactly. And it was like Lombardi them was talking about. They like Jameis.
Yep.
Sometimes it's simple as that. Like, they like him. They like playing with him, playing for him. Not the greatest quarterback. Nah, not even talking about. It's just like the Giants with Danny DeVito. A likable guy. Like, probably shouldn't be playing quarterback, but he's a likable guy. You know what I'm saying? And he's out there. He's playing the best he can, and they like that he's out there giving it his all. You know what I'm saying? They don't like Derek Carr, bro.
No,
they do not like Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is currently Carson Wentz. Yeah,
that's exactly who he is. That's exactly who he is. I almost wish we had, Jim Irsay as an owner, bro. Irsay was just like, I'm done. Like, I can't take it no more.
Right. I mean, maybe he'll do a little sugar booger here and there. Maybe might not should be drinking under the influence. But when he saw what Carson Wentz did, he said, "That's a fucking enough. My money ain't going there no more. I'll try with Matt Ryan. I have an appreciation for owners who get away from the whole concept of sunken fallacy costs.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
David Tepper, he kind of the Panthers aren't running a functional organization. Matt Rule wasn't the guy. He wasn't. Frank Wright, you can get into an argument that Frank Wright was right and they should have drafted C.J. Stroud instead of Bryce Young, and Tepper got played his card, and so he's at fault for that. But the Panthers, there was no improvement seen for the Panthers in 13 weeks of football.
None.
So you got to go. So I appreciate we gonna keep doing this until we find the person that's right for the job. It's the exact opposite of how the New Orleans Saints have operated, especially from the day Dennis Allen got hired till present, which isn't a long time, but they are so tied to it's family, it's a mom and pop shop. We're like, do you not see how like you are like eroding everything away that's made you the New Orleans Saints and has made you great? Like they don't see it at all.
I just wish I could see them season ticket renewal.
Ooh!
Season ticket renewal later, bro. They pay attention to that. They pay attention to that.
So I'm just doing some quick. Hold on. So speaking of our favorite quarterback, so Danny DeVito has 7 touchdowns this season.
3 less than Derek Carr. 3 less than Derek Carr, bro. Danny DeVito.
Derek Carr has 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Keep in mind the number of games played. Danny DeVito has 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Now, the Giants, like, one game did, like, run the ball the entire game, whatever. I'm just saying, you got Danny DeVito out here with 7 touchdowns and Derek Carr got 10?
Hey, it's execution, Adam. You know, it's just all about execution.
Yeah, bro. So, I wanted to say this earlier. Rams game. If you are a Patreon and you are on the West Coast, LA, California, or what have you, if you are planning to attend the Saints Block Party podcast presented by BetterHelp, Rams Saints game on the 21st of December, and you would like to attend the meetup, dinner, night of fun, drinks, whatever, on the 20th of December, the night before the game, please, please, please reach out to me. Send me a DM on Twitter, Instagram, wherever. Just let me know that you want to be a part of that in RSVP so we can include you in the number so we can have a solid head count of an approximate how many people will be there the night before the game. Please. Also, please also just be a Patreon. Like, we love and appreciate you. If you are a listener, this is just a Patreon only event. No offense, but Patreon, literally, it's a $1 a month can have you be a Patreon. So, I don't know, but I don't know if I have anything else. Do you have anything else? Oh, let me ask you this: Saints win this game?
Nah, I had this as a loss. Even when I thought the Saints would be good, I had this as a loss. Nah, man, they ain't gonna win this game. I just can't see it. I can't see it. They beat 2 winning teams in the past 2 seasons. 3 if you include the Colts. We don't know if they're going to end up being a winning team this season, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't have it in them to beat a good team. No.
You want to talk about good coaching? Your top 4, top 5 quarterback goes down to injury. You got Gardner Minshew, and you just cut Shaq Leonard 6-5 right now, Ryan. And they got the Texans and the Jags in their division.
And here's the thing about good coaching. You can see it.
Yep.
Like you watch, even though we beat the Colts, you can still see that team like, man, that's a good coach team, bro. Like,
sure. Not
very talented, you know. It's being well coached, you know, and you can see a coach when a team is not well coached. You know what I'm saying? When you always hear is about execution, it's just not executing. That's coaching. That's coaching.
One more thing. So we're getting. We got religious stuff going on in our YouTube comments. Oh boy, I'm about to turn the YouTube comments off, getting those email notifications. I know one thing that I'm going to be pissed off watching this game. I'm going to see Ben Johnson calling plays. I'm going to see how he's using Jahmyr Gibbs. He's going to be using exotic things and counters and traps and things like that. And it's going to piss me the fuck off. It's going to piss me off, Ryan. It's going to piss me off. If the Lions score like 40 points against the Saints, on Sunday, I need Gail Benson at the Fleur de Lis talking to Ben Johnson. I need her talking to tamper with the man. I don't care. Tamper with him. Damn it. We don't lost a draft pick over a bounty gate thing that didn't happen. Tamper with him on TV, Gail. Get him. Don't want him to leave the building. Just have something worked out that once the season's over, he's the head coach of the Saints. Please. I see it, bro. Like, it's gonna be some weird trick play shit that's gonna work to perfection, and it's gonna be like. So anyway, I know it's coming. We got y'all covered. Please don't watch this game alone. Don't watch these versions of the Saints alone. Please don't. Like, I laugh screamed when that pick six happened in the Zoom, bro. Not that I was giddy, but because it's just comedy to me at this point, bro.
Comedy, man.
Funny, man. I'm sorry, it's funny.
And the fact we couldn't even Tyrann Mathieu had 2 interceptions in that game, bro, and we just yay.
Okay. Yay. So if you're a Patreon, Zoom's going to be happening on Sunday as always. Like I said, even if you don't turn your camera on, or whatever, hop in the Zoom, just enjoy it with us and don't be stuck watching this Saints team. We'll be back on Sunday night recapping the game. Week 13, man. Season is almost over. We'll see what happens on Sunday, but we got y'all covered as always. So thanks for the support. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back on Sunday recapping the Saints-Lions game. With that, we're out.
Peace.
O'Reilly.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.